Hi. Um, yeah, we're on COD. Um, there's a reason, and that's what this video is here to explain.
That's right,
Um,
lads. Long live the Queen!
to basically kind of summarize what happened, if you don't follow me on Twitter, while I'm not saying you have to, or it's encouraged that you like, oh, you should follow me on Twitter to do this, and that. It's like, I barely use it anymore. I mainly use to keep up with game updates at this point. Just social media kind of fucking sucks at this point. Um, if you want to really keep up with things that I do, Discord, really. If you want to chat with me and stuff like that, that's probably the best place to do it, because I've had people reply to my tweets who I'm follows with, like, mutual follows with, and they don't pop up with notifications. So, there's that. But that's fine. I'm here to talk about what happened recently that has basically made me realize a mistake that I made. Now, I'm human. We all are. I would hope, anyway. And I have always kind of had this mindset when I was raised, in terms of when I was growing up in school, that I have to do things no matter how bad I feel, no matter how sick I feel. I should go to school because if I'm not actively dying or whatever, I can go to school. If I'm not actively dying, I can go to work, type thing. It's just kind of how I was raised. I understand that for some people that seems crazy, and for others that seems kind of normal. Parents can be sometimes a little harsh like that. That want to make sure they're looking out for you, not trying to punish you because you don't feel good. Now, why does it have to do with this? I recently had a mental breakdown because I was stressed out about having to ask for time off at work because I have an event going on, technically at the end of this coming week, that I had come up that it was outside of the window when I could request time off. And while I have a reason why it is a family-related thing as to why I'm heading out, as well as just why I won't be able to work, I was so stressed out that doing so I would lose my job, and doing so I would lose everything, because I'm asking for time off that I need because I literally will not be able to go into work those 2 days. That mental breakdown that I had, because of my family effectively pushing me to that point, made me realize something. Or not necessarily made me realize something, but it kind of, I want to say, gave my brain like a soft reset, in the sense of I started looking at things more from a better lens of my own mindset rather than the mindset that I've been always raised to have. The first thing I considered when I was thinking about this was more or less, like, not even necessarily myself, but more or less like, why have I been getting so volatile towards changes and stuff like that? And now I understand change is not always a good thing. People don't like change. The human mind doesn't genuinely like change, typically. But why have I gotten so uncharacteristically volatile towards things? And for me, I was considering it was just kind of just how it was. That's how I felt about it and how angry I got about it. But then I looked at it again, and specifically I looked at my initial reaction to the carry forward changes to Black Ops 7. And I realized something kind of important, and that is, all carry forward is just allowing people like me who have all of their grinded cosmetics or just cosmetic that they purchased and bring them up into the next game. This was a thing that happened recently. This is not a thing that's been going on for a long time that they're canceling. This is a change that people liked that they're basically canceling. Which, for me, I still disagree with. I still very heavily disagree with. I think it was a bad idea. However, the way I handled it was not the right move.
Shit. I hope not.
I think doing it in the way that I did was the wrong call. Now, while I very much still am playing Call of Duty, obviously, as you can see, I still do not want to support the idea of the fact that what they did in terms of carry forward was the right call. I think getting rid of it to the degree that they did was not the right move. But I have felt genuinely so wishy-washy on games. Not to say getting burned out on them, but we'll get to that. But to, like, in a way that I've been like, I'm not enjoying games the same way I always have been, especially as the idea of these games are meant to be ways of preventing burnout on COD, that now that I'm playing mostly those games, I'm now getting burnt out on those games. So, it got me to thinking, was I burned out on COD, and then all of the stresses of life at the time kind of cascaded on top of each other to make that reaction as hard as it was? And it made me realize, I think that's exactly what it was. Because I basically downloaded COD, as we record this, it was, I think, Friday night, basically the day after the beta started. I downloaded COD, and then the next day before work, that being yesterday, as we recorded this Saturday, I decided to just play it. I just played it like I would normally. I basically it was like I never left type thing, in terms of the way of, like, the kind of muscle memory of COD in me kind of never really left, you know? Which is, I guess, to be fair, is a good thing. COD's like probably one of the easiest shooters out there nowadays. And it just continued to make me realize that, hey, this is something that I made a dumb decision on. I think I was just burned out, and everything that kind of cascaded on top of each other in terms of stress in my life kind of made everything about it worse. While I still disagree with the changes, I still want to play COD. And both two people that I'm gonna leave their names anonymous, but I have played with them before, and you know who you are if you're watching this, have made me realize that I should still be able to enjoy Call of Duty while calling out the problems that it has. Because that's something I've been doing with other games. Like Call of Duty, for example. I've been doing it before. Why did I stop with one change that was harsh like that, you know? I do it with Destiny. I do it with Dead by Daylight now. I did it with Apex back when I played that frequently. I do it with Fortnite. I do it with all the games that I play on a semi-regular basis. I call out bad changes that aren't necessarily the most healthy, regardless of whether or not it's the popular opinion or the unpopular opinion. I call them out because I see that this is a problem, and they're either not changing something, or they're changing something and it's not enough. I will call them out for it. Because they're problems that need to be fixed. So why was I so volatile with COD? And again, I think it's just I was so burned out on it because similarly with Splatoon, right? Because myself and Evie had a conversation about this basically last night as we recorded this, so it kind of really added more thoughts to this whole COD conversation. That I think the constant grind of the game that I was playing, that being COD or Splatoon, burned me out in the game, because while I was effectively playing the game, I was grinding for something. I was always grinding for something. That's why I got so burned out. Now, don't get me wrong, that's part of just how I am. I like constantly having a goal in mind, but sometimes I just need to turn my brain off and just play the game. That's what Dead by Daylight kind of became for a bit. Is, while I am effectively blood point grinding near constantly, that's something I don't need to really focus on, other than, like, the occasional challenges that I do for the tomes. But even then, it's like, if I don't want to do tome challenges, I could just turn on a tome challenge that's, like, dumb easy, and then just do it in the background and it'll progress on its own. Like, the I unhook survivors and a sacrifice players one. It's like, I don't need to do anything special for that, it's just I need to play the game. So, where does that leave us? I have decided I still am going to be covering Call of Duty, but not to the same extent that I was, and not to the same intensity that I was. I'm going to be treating COD as a game that I play nearly exclusively on my own, with some very small exceptions, as well as not as much video-based content on it. For Season 6, when it drops in like 3 days, I will do my normal covering of new weapons. I know I basically missed one with the revolver, because I missed the event for it. I will once, if it gets added to the armory like it's supposed to next season, I will cover that. I will cover the new weapons in Season 6. In Black Ops 7, I will not be doing them in the same way where I do my first game with them. I will either not do it at all, if it's not a good weapon, or I will only do it in zombies. I'm basically going to dedicate most, if not all of my time in Black Ops 7 to zombies. Now, that being said, I have played the beta. I'm level 16 or 17 in the beta right now. And that was after like 2, 3, almost 2.5 hours of playing, by the way, which, because that double XP really fucking hits. I'm definitely gonna try to hit the level cap of 30 whenever that gets raised, because I want all rewards for it. But, that being said, I'm definitely going to be treating COD as an afterburner type game. I'm still going to be playing it the same way I always have been, where it's like whenever there's stuff to grind out, whenever there's new stuff to do, I will grind it. Maybe I'll get a little bit more invigorated as time goes on, but I think taking it easy and putting COD on the back burner is the right way of doing this, if only because I do not want to have the same problem happen again. After Black Ops 7's release, I'm going to exclusively only be covering campaign-related content, and then nothing more. So, whenever the next Call of Duty comes out, whether it's Modern Warfare 4, or whatever they decide to make, presumably, according to leaks, it's Modern Warfare 4, I would do the campaign, then not touch anything else. I'm not going to touch Warzone. I'm not going to touch multiplayer. If there's a third mode that's like zombies, I'm not going to touch it. When Treyarch's COD next comes around, same deal. I'll probably play the campaign, at most, and then, if the zombie seems interesting enough, I'll play the zombies. I'm basically going to treat slowly over time, trying to wane myself off, because if they're going to be continually making decisions that I don't like, I do not want to be partaking in said decisions and basically forcing myself into being a consumer of a game that I effectively, it's not being made for me anymore, basically. That being said, though, I'm not going to fully be like cold turkey like I did, because I think that was the biggest mistake of cold turkeying effectively my enjoyment of the game, because in doing so, I basically caused burnout for everything else. So that's kind of where I'm at. So, expect content on a somewhat regular basis for COD, it's just, it will be still less it'll be basically be still just kind of a background game, while I still cover other things. October's still going to be a month of a lot of variety. You're just going to be occasionally getting, like, your new weapon video only once a week for COD, and then once those are done for Season 6, I'm basically going to be going back doing the variety that I've been trying to do. The only reason why I didn't have one today is because I wanted to do this, and also because, as we're recording this, I have nothing recorded. Because I have been working, basically non-stop, up and from Thursday, going on, what's Thursday? I forget. Let me check my schedule. I've been tired. Actually, yeah, since Wednesday, I've been working non-stop, and I don't get another day off till Wednesday. So, I basically have been working, just, not necessarily near non-stop, but just constantly to a point where I'm just like, yeah, I want to, make sure that I'm not burning myself out on things, so, yeah. That's right, I need to go to bed. 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 I need to go to bed.
it
I don't
happen.
go to bed, it's gonna kill me. I do sleep. Sleepy beefy.
Literally, and not for the first time. I've absolutely no idea how I got here.
I do a big sleep. I love this Easter egg. It's so fun. And you'll do, and also it also kind of opens up the idea of doing shorts for this game again too. There it is.
Well, they're not using it anymore, are they?
Fucking yo. Pog. I got a perk that's not on the map.
They'll roll.
Hell yeah.
Not really, but they will fall off. Or,
But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the video there. Just kind of after kind of getting my thoughts out there. Basically, just to kind of summarize it, I'm back playing COD. I'm just gonna be doing a lot less hardcore, frequently grinding it. Like, I probably will still grind it like I have been, but I'm just not going to make it the... Like, if I feel tired and I don't want to play the game, and I don't feel like I need to grind it, I'm going to listen to myself and tell myself not to play it. If I actually want to play it, I'm gonna play it. I'm basically trying to tell myself not to get burned out again. I got burned out. I still like the game. I still want to play the game. But I think I was just so burned out on it that I needed a break.
red, white, and blue, yeah.
And the break I took, while necessary, was more or less... It's kind of a bit harsher than I intended. I think it was the right call. We're a month out of that. We're also technically, I think, a month out of COD as well, the new COD anyway, so it kind of does help a little bit. That's why I'm kind of been reinvigorated into playing it. So, yeah. That being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see more videos like Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite, Dead by Daylight, maybe other games that will try and sneak in there, maybe. Valorant or Minecraft, I might even try and bring back up again. Or just generally, if you want to see more content like this, you should like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, the next video, or live stream, whatever I said to make. Everybody, stay safe.